The Sahel region of Africa periodically suffers from drought, and it is currently in the midst of its most debilitating drought, one that began in 2010. This region, a 1,000-kilometer wide belt across Africa from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea, used to be the area with the most productive crop harvest on the continent. Consistent rainfall is crucial to the success of agriculture in the region. While the Sahel region is normally characterized by erratic rainfall, the current drought in this region is of a magnitude as yet unseen. Estimates place the number of people affected by the drought at around 17 million, including at least 1 million children. These people are facing starvation, with children in particular at risk for malnutrition. While the region spans the continent, the worst effects of the drought are in the west. The Sahel serves as a transition between the Sahara Desert in the north and savanna landscape in the south. Climate change is the most prominent cause of drought globally. The 6 warmest years in the past 150 in this region of Africa have all occurred since 1998. As the Earth heats up, levels of precipitation decrease. As precipitation decreases, so do levels of moisture in the soil. This is a worldwide problem, and, while it is not yet noticeable now in areas like the northeastern United States, studies show that within the next 30 years, droughts will become a serious problem for everyone. Even today, in areas like the Sahel region in Africa, droughts cause serious economic, environmental, and social issues that have long-lasting effects. Some of these effects are increased food prices, desertification, and social unrest. One of the largest effects of drought is the inability to maintain crop yield and provide people with a reliable food source. When there is a lack of crops to produce, farmers are not able to make the same profits they used to, and the soil is less fertile. This crop deficit leads to starvation and malnutrition, which is particularly dangerous for children and pregnant women. Disease outbreaks are another effect of drought. The meningitis belt, a region in sub-Saharan Africa, including parts of the Sahel region, has the highest frequency of epidemics of meningitis in the world and is linked to drought and climate change. Mosquitoes are vectors of meningitis, so when climate change and drought impact mosquito populations, disease spread is consequently impacted as well. Disease outbreaks may also occur because of stagnant water in small rivers and contamination of drainage canals. Increased dryness and dust storms are also likely to result in increased respiratory problems and diseases. Another serious consequence of drought is a lack of access to water. Many people in developing countries collect their water supplies from wells, rivers, and lakes. When droughts occur, water levels decrease, leading not only to limited water for drinking and everyday use, but also to low soil moisture, which affects crop yields as well. While this is a very serious issue in many parts of Africa, droughts occur all over the world, even in the United States. The U.S. Drought Monitor released an updated map of drought levels across the country. The map shows that states in the High Plains region, including Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota, and Oklahoma, suffer from levels of extreme and exceptional drought. This means that their precipitation levels are low, and they may suffer from crop shortages in the near future. Although industrialized countries, especially the United States, are seemingly far removed from the situation in the Sahel, there is much that we can do to try to alleviate the effects of drought in this region. Many organizations such as UNICEF, Save the Children, Oxfam, and the World Food Program are currently working to combat malnutrition, disease, and other problems caused by the drought. While we do not all have the resources to travel to Africa and work with refugees in person, it is easy to donate even a small amount of money to these efforts and make a big and immediate difference. Since climate change is an important cause of drought, we can also work to decrease our greenhouse gas emissions by making daily changes such as carpooling, biking, and taking public transportation. We can also contact industrial companies and encourage them to decrease fossil fuel use and to switch to renewable energy. Perhaps most importantly, we must continue to educate others about drought and what we can do to help in the Sahel region and all over the world.